Well, hi friends, welcome back. So today we're gonna do some Halloween stuff because it's coming up, isn't it? So we need to do some fun things. So the next couple times we're gonna do some fun Halloween stuff. So today I got some awesome things planned for you. We're actually gonna use your iPad today, but first I'm gonna teach you a song and we're gonna teach it by rote, which means that I'm gonna sing and you're gonna echo. Easy peasy, right? And then we're gonna do some fun things with GarageBand. So here's the first thing. Witch's brew, witch's brew. What shall we put in the witch's brew? Awesome job, okay? So now I'm gonna sing the whole thing and I want you to echo me. Witch's brew, witch's brew. What shall we put in the witch's brew? You guys did a great job echoing. Did you notice that I was keeping steady beat, a half note steady beat on my chest? Sometimes that helps if we're keeping that steady beat. Let's try it and sing it all together. Ready, go. Witch's brew, witch's brew. What shall we put in the witch's brew? You guys did such a great job. Now, let's talk about that song. So we have witch's brew, witch's brew. What shall we put in the witch's brew? If we think about form, so at Liberty Oaks, we talk a lot about form. That witch's brew, that is our A. And witch's brew, is it the same thing? Yeah. So we have A. What shall we put in the? You are right. That's totally different. So we're going to call that B. And then we go back to witch's brew, which is our A. So the form of this song is A, B, A. Way to go. Okay. Now, we're going to take that whole witch's brew and we're just going to call that the A section. It's the A section. Now I'm going to teach you something different. Okay, so these are all things that maybe you put in for Halloween. The first thing is bat wings. Try it. Bat wings. So I want to go back to that A section that we just talked about and then add this. We're going to do it 2 times in a row. 2 times for witch's brew and 2 times for bat wings. Are we ready? Witch's brew, witch's brew. What shall we put in the witch's brew? Bat wings, bat wings. Witch's brew, witch's brew. What shall we put in the witch's brew? Awesome job, okay? So the next thing that we are gonna do is a C, because this is completely different. And I wanna do rest, rest. Spider legs, rest, rest, spider legs. Now, we're gonna do A, B, A, C. Are you ready? Here we go. Witch's brew, witch's brew. What shall we put in the witch's brew? Bat wings. Bat wings. Witch's brew, witch's brew. What shall we put in the witch's brew? Rest, rest, spider legs. Rest, rest, spider legs. Witch's brew, witch's brew. What shall we put in the witch's brew? Awesome job. Can we add one more? So we've got B, C, and now we're gonna add D. Green and yellow slime. Green and yellow slime. Okay, are we ready? You guys are doing such a great job. This is called rondo form. So do you notice that we keep coming back to that A section Every single time we come back to that A section because that A section is really important. And then we do something different. Come back to that A section, do something different. Come back to that A section, do something different, and we end on that A section. Are you ready? Let's do it. Witch's brew, witch's brew. What shall we put in the witch's brew? Bat wings, bat wings. Witch's brew, witch's brew. What shall we put in the witch's brew? Spider legs, spider legs. Witch's brew, witch's brew. What shall we put in the witch's brew? Green and yellow slime, green and yellow slime. Witch's brew, witch's brew. What shall we put in the witch's brew? You guys did an awesome job. So now here's what I need you to do. I need you to pause, and I need you to get out your garage band. All right, my friends. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you go into GarageBand. Okay, so it's going to say no recent for me, and I'm going to come up here to this X, this plus sign up at the top, and I'm going to push on it. Okay, you're going to find the keyboard and click on the keyboard. Okay, so over here, because everybody probably has something different, you're going to click on the piano, and I want you to click on this one in the middle. Okay, click on that one in the middle and then come back to this. So what I want you to do, and we're going to practice this, you're going to push the C, and then you're going to push this black key and that note right there. That's our F. So if we do this, do you hear that? Witch's brew, witch's brew. What shall we do with the witch's brew? Super easy, right? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, because I want to record this, because we're going to put a bunch of things together. Okay. I am going to come up here to this red dot and I'm going to push it, and they're going to give us 4 counts to start. 2, red. Ooh, that's really fast, isn't it? Okay, so if it's too fast, you're going to come up to this triangle guy right here. And we're going to slow it down. Witch's brew, witch's brew. What shall we do with the witch's brew? And then push off. Okay, so if you push play, so great. That's awesome. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to come over here to up at the top. You're going to come to all these lines, these kind of squarish lines. Okay, and here's our piano right here. Now I want to add another instrument, so I'm going to come down to the bottom to this plus sign, and I'm going to add another instrument, and I want to add the drums because clearly we need some drums in here. Okay, so we used the piano for our A section and that bigger A section in the Witch's Brew. And I want to use for that B section, what shall we put in the, I want to use the drums. Okay, so you're going to take this triangle guy and you're going to come all the way back to the beginning. So in your head, you kind of have to be singing, Witch's Brew, witch's brew. What shall we put in the witch's brew? Now, you guys get to decide what you want to hit. You get to decide what you want to do, okay? So I'm going to decide I want this big drum. So I'm going to push play or record. Witch's brew, witch's brew. What shall we put in the witch's brew? Stop. Okay. You guys did such a great job. You're going to come back up here to all these lines, and you're going to go back to what we have. So if you're like, oh, I want to hear it, I want to hear it. So you could push play. Listen. Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Okay, I want to add one more thing. Are you guys ready? We're going to add another instrument. This time I want to add, let's do guitar. Okay, so on this guitar, I'm going to do witches, witches, so you have a bunch of different things that you can do. So if we go back here and we're like, I want to listen to it. Okay, so there's lots of different things that you can choose. I chose to do a half note steady beat on the bottom. So we could also do this. There's lots of things that you can do, so you can kind of decide where you want it. Okay, it's kind of spooky. Okay, it's kind of just a play game. So let's say I decide I want to go every other. You get to decide what you want, okay? And you can make it chordal or you can just play one note. Okay, maybe I decide I want to do that. You know what? I really like that. So now I'm going to go record it. The cool thing is you can do whatever you want. Okay, so I really like that. I'm going to come back here and I've got all my stuff. So are you ready? And there is your song. So if I want to come over here, I'm going to save it. Okay, and I'm going to rename it. And I want witches, whoopsie. Witch's brew. So you can always come back to this. It's pretty cool, huh? Play around with it. That's the cool thing about it.